Live from New Delhi, you're watching DD India Live, India's voice to the world. I'm Ramesh Ramachandran. Coming up in the next 30 minutes. Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the King of Bhutan inaugurate the Punat Sangchu 2 hydroelectric project. Home Minister Amit Shah chairs a meeting on New Delhi blast. National Investigation Agency takes over probe. President Draupadi Murmu leaves for Botswana after attending the Golden Jubilee of Angola's independence. And Bihar sees a 67.14% voter turnout. Katihar polls the highest at 75.23%. Prime Minister Modi, who is in Bhutan on a two-day state visit to the Himalayan nation, he and Bhutan's King Jigme Khesar Namgyel Wangchuk held delegation-level talks in Thimphu. Discussions cover the full range of India-Bhutan relations. They discussed cooperation in sectors such as energy, capacity building, connectivity, technology, defense and security. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, along with the King of Bhutan, Jigme Khesar Namgyel Wangchuk, inaugurated the Punat Sangchu 2 hydroelectric project, which is jointly developed by the governments of both India and Bhutan. This milestone marks advancement in India-Bhutan bilateral cooperation in clean energy. The project enhances Bhutan's installed power capacity by about 40% and strengthens regional energy security. 3 MOUs were exchanged: cooperation in renewable energy, cooperation in healthcare and medicine, and building institutional linkages for mental health. Earlier, Prime Minister Modi attended a program marking the 70th birth anniversary of the former king, Jigme Singye Wangchuk. Addressing a gathering, the Prime Minister hoped that the two countries will together walk the path of peace, prosperity and progress.
भारत और भूटान सिर्फ सीमाओं से नहीं, संस्कृतियों से भी जुड़े हैं। हमारा रिश्ता वैल्यूज का है, इमोशंस का है, पीस का है, प्रोग्रेस का है। 2014 में प्रधानमंत्री पद की शपथ लेने के बाद मुझे अपनी पहली विदेश यात्रा में भूटान आने का अवसर मिला था। मैं आज भी उस यात्रा को याद करता हूं तो मन भावनाओं से भर जाता है। भारत और भूटान के संबंध इतने सशक्त और समृद्ध हैं। हम मुश्किलों में भी साथ थे, हमने चुनौतियों का सामना भी मिलकर किया, और आज जब हम प्रोग्रेस की प्रॉस्पेरिटी की तरफ चल पड़े हैं, तब भी हमारा साथ और मजबूत हो रहा है।
Earlier, Bhutan's king Jigme Khesar Namgyel Wangchuk led a mass prayer in Thimphu on Tuesday. He was joined by thousands of Bhutanese nationals.
And pray for India, pray for Prime Minister Modi, May all your aspirations, may your vision and your service to India bear fruit. May you overcome each and every single obstacle, and may your dream of a even brighter, stronger, more prosperous India be fulfilled. But above all, we would like to take a moment and pray for the people who sadly lost their lives yesterday in Delhi.
Addressing the media, India's ambassador to Bhutan, Sandeep Arya, highlighted the key aspects discussed during the Prime Minister's visit. One of the areas of discussion remained the connectivity between the two neighboring nations, including a new railway link connectivity project.
The leaders talked about the importance of connectivity, which leads to opportunity and prosperity. And they talked about the road connections, the railway connections, the new project for railway connectivity from two cities in Bhutan, from Samse and from Gelefu. The Samse going to Banarghat and from Gelefu to Kokrajhar. And that construction will be taking place over the coming years, and the importance of railway connectivity for the access to Indian economy and for the people of Bhutan through an additional way in addition to the road connectivity which is present.
Ambassador Sandeep Arya also emphasized the sector of renewable energy projects as one of the major points of discussion during the Prime Minister's visit.
The renewable energy is a very important dimension which is getting added because it enhances energy security of Bhutan and also brings India's skills capabilities in that area. So the two countries signed and exchanged in the presence of the two leaders an MOU on cooperation in the field of renewable energy, which will cover solar energy, wind energy, biomass energy, green hydrogen, and tree storage and energy storage in general. So which I think is a very good beginning. It's a very substantive memorandum of understanding in which two countries will look at joint design and development of energy projects in all of these areas.
On the last day of a visit to Angola, President Draupadi Murmu attended the 50th Independence Day celebrations of Angola in Luanda on Tuesday. The President was received by Angola's President João Lourenço and First Lady Ana Dias Lourenço. Angola gained independence from Portugal in 1975 with Dr. Antonio Agostinho Neto serving as its first president after leading the popular movement for the liberation of Angola in the struggle for freedom. President Murmu's visit is part of a 4-day tour of Angola, after which she is on her way to Botswana for the second leg of her Africa visit. During a visit to Angola on Monday, the President met and interacted with members of the Indian community in Luanda, the capital city. The President expressed her happiness over the vibrant and diverse Indian diaspora and appreciated the growing people-to-people ties between India and Angola. Members of the Indian community warmly welcomed the President and shared their joy and pride at her visit.
It's been nice to see our President here in this country. I think it's an amazing experience, and the fact that she's been here and being the first President makes a lot of sense, both for India as well as for Angola. So I really appreciate it. I'm glad she's here.
The expectation from the President of India is definitely going to improve the bilateral relationship among these two countries. And we also expect the health and education and also the infrastructure. And we are now the superpower of world that India becomes very IT-savvy country. So probably we'll definitely expect this relationship to be better, and it's a very good bilateral relationship going to be developed among Angola and India, and of course Asia and Africa.
I must tell you that this visit is, I'm sure, a dream come true for a lot of people. With 1.4, 1.5 billion people back at home in India, it's really rare to be able to meet the President so up close and experience them being around you. This really means that Angola and India's bilateral ties have strengthened a lot, and it will go to just newer heights under the administration that we have here and we have back at home. So we are super excited, and we want to see so much more happening between the two countries.
So President Draupadi Murmu has emplaned for Botswana after wrapping up her landmark visit to Angola this evening. DD India's Shabir Dar reports from Botswana on the President's visit to that country and her itinerary there. Take a look.
India and Botswana are set to take their mutual friendship and bilateral ties to new high as the Indian President begins her 3-day state visit to this Southern African country. During her visit, the President Murmu will hold the delegation-level talks via several memoranda of understanding are being signed. Besides that, the President will address a special session of Botswana's General Assembly. After that, the President is going to be part of a significant event where the Botswana government will donate some 8 cheetahs to India, which reflects the shared vision of the both countries in the wildlife conservation. Besides that, the President will hold the bilateral talks with her counterpart, the President of Botswana and the Vice President. A special meeting with the Indian diaspora is also being organized. So in overall, the visit is very significant given the fact that India is expanding its reach in Africa and strengthening its ties with the African nations. With camera person Ramakant Sharma, Shabir Dar for DD India in Botswana.
And still to come on DD India Live. Russia's drone attack on Ukraine's Odessa damages energy and transport infrastructure. France marks the 107th anniversary of World War II armistice. President Macron unveils a plaque. And an Israel bill to allow death penalty for terrorists passes first vote.
Geopolitics and trade deals. Economic challenges amid development. Hard work and the path to prosperity. It's the economy always. Between walkers, money is what money does and says. Supply creates its own demand. Between the bulls pulls and bears tears. When supply chains globalization and India rises to the podium. We'll get you centered with the economic brief at 8 p.m. every Thursday on DD India.
Always welcoming. The vibe of Punjab is larger than life.
You're watching DD India Live. I'm Ramesh Ramachandran. In a latest update, as per officials, Delhi car blast suspect Muhammad Omar's father has been detained from a house in Jammu and Kashmir's Pulwama for questioning as per officials. The Home Ministry has handed over the Delhi car blast probe to anti-terror agency, the NIA. The Delhi police has registered a case under sections 16 and 18 of the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act, various sections of the Explosives Act and the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita at the Kotwali police station. Last evening, a high-intensity explosion ripped through a slow-moving car at a traffic signal near the Red Fort metro station in New Delhi, killing at least 8 people and injuring several others. The Delhi Fire Services received a call regarding the explosion near the metro station gate number 1 at 6:52 p.m. local time. The blast took place in a slow-moving car, following which several other vehicles also caught fire and sustained damage in the explosion. The area was cordoned off and the Rapid Action Force was deployed. No terrorist outfit has so far claimed responsibility for the incident. And Prime Minister Modi today gave a stern warning to all those responsible for the New Delhi blast, saying that conspirators will not be spared. He also noted that he arrived in Bhutan with a heavy heart as the horrific incident that occurred in Delhi last evening has deeply disturbed everyone. He said the entire nation stands with the grieving families, ensuring that the security agencies will get to the bottom of this conspiracy.
आज मैं यहाँ बहुत भारी मन से आया हूँ। कल शाम दिल्ली में हुई भयावह घटना ने सभी के मन को व्यथित कर दिया है। मैं पीड़ित परिवारों का दुख समझता हूं। आज पूरा देश उनके साथ खड़ा है। मैं कल रात भर इस घटना की जांच में जुटी सभी एजेंसियों के साथ, सभी महत्वपूर्ण लोगों के साथ संपर्क में था, विचार विमर्श चलता था, जानकारियों के तार जोड़े जा रहे थे। हमारी एजेंसियां इस षड्यंत्र की तह तक जाएगी। इसके पीछे के षड्यंत्रकारियों को बख्शा नहीं जाएगा। All those responsible will be brought to justice.
Home Minister Amit Shah chaired review meetings on the Delhi car blast with senior officials. The minister instructed them to hunt down each and every culprit behind the incident, and everyone involved in this act will face the full wrath of India's agencies. Moving on to Bihar, the second and last phase of assembly election concluded peacefully on Tuesday. 67.14% voter turnout was registered till 5 p.m. in the second phase, with 75.23% voter turnout in Katihar, which is the highest polling percentage. Voting in the second phase was held for 122 constituencies in 20 districts. A total of 1,302 candidates are contesting in this phase. Security has been significantly tightened across sensitive and vulnerable booths, with paramilitary forces stationed in key areas. Counting of votes will take place on 14th November. And DD India's Deepika Mehto sent us this report from Jahanabad. Take a listen.
अच्छा रहा और हमें लगा कि हमने बहुत शांतिपूर्ण मतदान किया। यही हमें बहुत खुशी हुई। सारे परिवार हम लोग वोट देके जा रहे हैं और बहुत अच्छी रही।
देखिए व्यवस्था अच्छा है, जो भी बने बस महिलाओं को अच्छा मिले और क्या चाहिए, है कि नहीं।
तो यहाँ का इन्वायरमेंट देखकर ऐसा लगा कि नहीं काफ़ी कुछ इंक्रीज हुआ है, मतलब इंक्रीज हुआ है। आई होप कि इस बार कुछ और इंक्रीज करने के हो।
Aggressive fight, enthusiastic voting and a record-breaking outcome. All three witnessed in the Bihar Assembly elections of 2025. Now, the second and the last phase has finally concluded. Phase 1 also witnessed a record-breaking voter turnout, and women have played a key role here, especially with the first-time voters as well and along with the youth. So the MY factor, which is the Mahila and the youth, really played very well in the Bihar Assembly elections. Now the ball is in the court of the final exit polls, and thereafter the final counting, which will take place on the 14th of November here in Patna. We'll get you all the latest update on that as well. With camera person Manmohan, this is Deepika reporting for DD India from Jahanabad, Bihar.
Minister of New and Renewable Energy Prahlad Joshi inaugurated the third Green Hydrogen Summit in New Delhi. Addressing the inaugural session, Principal Scientific Advisor to the Government of India, Professor Ajay Kumar Sood, said that R&D empowers a nation to solve complex challenges and drive economic growth.
Very bright. What started in 2023 as the mission is taking off very well on all the fronts, be it production, be it policy, be it deployment in various sectors, and be it in safety. So on all fronts, it is going very well. And India in the green hydrogen sector has a huge potential, not only for our internal consumption in India, in various sectors, be it transport, be it steel, be it any other fertilizers, but also extremely high export potential. So on all of them, this mission is delivering on scale.
Environment, Forests and Climate Change Minister Bhupender Yadav chaired a high-level review meeting on Tuesday on air pollution in New Delhi and the National Capital Region. The minister requested authorities from the states bordering Delhi to submit concrete action-taken reports on air pollution management. It was the fourth such review meeting convened by the ministry, reflecting the government's continued focus on tackling a persistent air pollution crisis in New Delhi and the National Capital Region. Russia's Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov on Tuesday said that Moscow will conduct nuclear tests if any other nuclear power does so. Minister further said that Russia is ready to discuss U.S. concerns over what Washington, D.C. calls suspicious underground activities. He added that Moscow was concerned by U.S. statements suggesting nuclear tests could be used for geopolitical purposes. A Russian drone attack on Ukraine's southern Odessa region damaged energy and transport infrastructure on Tuesday. The attack injured one person, sparked fires at various energy facilities, and damaged a depot of state-owned Ukrainian railways, this according to local authorities. Odessa's governor Ole Kipper said that critical infrastructure in the region is operating on generators and emergency centers have been opened. Israel's parliament has advanced a bill that would mandate the death penalty for Palestinian militants convicted of killing Israeli citizens. In a vote held late on Monday, the bill passed with 39 in favor and 16 against out of 120 lawmakers. The bill will now move to a parliamentary committee for further debate before a second and third vote. It's not guaranteed that it will become law, with several key political parties having boycotted Monday's initial vote. France's President Emmanuel Macron unveiled a plaque at the Hôtel National des Invalides during a ceremony commemorating the 107th anniversary of the 1918 armistice on Tuesday. The plaque honors the Malgrenu, Alsatians and Mosellans who were forcibly conscripted into the German army during the Second World War. In sports news, young Indian shooter Samrat Rana created history in Cairo, clinching the gold in the men's 10 meters air pistol at the prestigious ISSF World Championships. The 20-year-old became the first Indian pistol shooter in an Olympic discipline to be crowned world champion. His triumph also powered India to the team gold in the event. With 3 golds, 3 silvers and 3 bronze medals, overall India climbed from 5th to 3rd in the medal standings. In equestrian, Indian Army's Sandeep Kumar clinched the Penta Grand Tent Pegging Championship 2025 title. The championship took place from October 30 to November 9 in Ghaziabad, India, was part of the larger Penta Grand and Regional Equestrian League 2025. The BSF's Akash secured the silver medal. In the under-14 category, Sanvi Singh from Gurukul School was adjudged the best rider, earning the UP State Equestrian Association trophy, with Nandini Vats finishing as a runner-up. And Jammu and Kashmir scripted history by beating Delhi for the first time in Ranji Trophy, ending a 65-year wait. Chasing 179, opener Kamran Iqbal scored an unbeaten 133, his first century in first-class cricket. Earlier, Aqib Nabi took 5 wickets, Paras Dogra hit 106, and Vanshat Sharma grabbed 6 wickets to help J&K dominate. Abdul Samad added a quick 86. With a second win of the season, J&K jumped to second in Group D, just behind Mumbai. And that's all for this edition of DD India Live. Let us know your thoughts on the news of the day. You can get the latest news on the DD India mobile app. It's available on both Android and iOS platforms. Scan the QR code on the screen to download it. And we'll be back with more news as it breaks here on DD India. I'm Ramesh Ramachandran. From all of us here in New Delhi, thanks for watching DD India Live.